Wait, it was him? Can't stop twinkling? Hi everyone, I'm going to react to My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 3, Villain. Last episode, Stars and Stripes lost her life, but she did give the heroes time to better mount a better attack, yes, to prepare themselves better, because Shigurashi had, after having taken her quirk, he was just like fighting against him. He lost some quirks. He's just not in a good state right now. So he needs time to be back to 100%. And that's gonna give the heroes time to mount a better counterattack, I guess, to prepare better. So yeah. That's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys are my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingmini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. I saw Bakugo in the thumbnail, so I love me Bakugo. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. And they were like, what do you think we'll be doing this whole time? I love how they're basically showing who, like, when it comes to a particular hero, who their villain is. Basically, that's related to them, that has something to do with them, like Ochako and what's her name? And then you have the Todorokis with Daddy. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Oh my. Okay. He only has one path. Okay. Wait, what did we just, who did they just focus on? Sugar Rush. Nice. Do you? I know that's his sweat, but then when what did it whip out? Oh. I just finished My Hero Academia puzzle, and it said those three. There goes one. Yep. こちらの甚大な戦力源を鑑みると遠方からでも個性を特定できるサーチアメリカ戦でその個性が消えたとしてもおそらく後手は必至 Wait, so he lost search? Did I get that right? You? You're not alone.
い詰めても追い詰めてもオール・フォー・ワンは笑ってんのな。
やるしかないのよ。あの人が再び指示を出してきた。大丈夫？緑谷くんが戻ってきてからも君は笑顔を見せなかったから心配で。
Invisible girl.
やらなきゃ私たちが殺されてしまうの。優が
Who's this?
合宿でも誰にもバレずに居場所を教えられたじゃない。 USJ にいきなり現れたヴィラン、まさか
Wait,
私たちだって
it was him?
好きでやったことはないわ。けれどもうそ
Can't stop twinkling?
そんな嘘でしょ。嘘。青山くんが優雅はみんなと一緒がいい？
うん。だってみんなと違うのはとても怖いから。
こうなることが分かっていたならしなかった。絶対にオール・フォー・ワンに個性をもらうなんて。
誰か、先生に誰か。
ずっと苦しかった。
Invisible girl, please be careful.
神野でオール・フォー・ワンが捕まった時、いやしくも勘違いをしてしまったんだよ。
ちょうだい。愚かな私たちを許して。
僕、ママとパパを守りたくて、知らせたくなくて。
優雅。
Did he hear everything? He heard.
葉隠さんから聞いて、今内通者
何の話かしら。
緑谷くん、あの時僕だけ何も言えなかった。みんなが必死に手を差し伸べる中で、あの時僕だけが、僕の力はオールマイトから授かった特別なもので、君には青山くんだけ浮かない顔のままだったから、何かあるのかと思って探しに来たんだ。僕が手引きした緑谷くん、僕はクズのヴィランだ。
僕は東也君と違って友達が多いんだ。
友達ね。それバレたらこちらがまずくなるんじゃねえのか。
ダメだったら、ああダメだったかと落胆し、次のルートに思いを馳せるだけだ。
ママンもパパも僕の無個性にひどく狼狽していた。二人はいわゆる富裕層の家系で、
I'm still in shock.
すがる思いで僕の幸せを願って、個性を自由に与えてくれる存在、その噂をたどったんだ。同調心理から始まった僕の夢は、いつかママンとパパンが僕にしてくれたように、
遊泳に入れなさい。
人のために、
クラスが孤立するタイミングを教えなさい。
みんなのために自分を。
遊泳に戻った緑谷いずくが一人きりになるようおびき出しなさい。
僕は何もかもにデビルフォーレ
She reflected it back at her.
みんな死んじゃってもおかしくなかったんだよ。何考えて教室にいたの？塩でみんなと暮らしていたの？ねえ、青山くん。
違うんだ。
もうやめよう。こんなのもうやめよう。
オール・フォー・ワンから個性を与えてもらいされるに至ったと。個性の付与は約10年前か。
まさか生徒だったとは。
できれば君たちは下がっていなさい。
下がっていられる。
青山さん、
俺は嘘だって言えよ。
騙されてたんだよな。わざとじゃねえんだよな。
あいにくまだ我々は秩序に生きようともがいている。オール・フォー・ワンについて知っていることをざらいざらい喋ってもらう。
He knows nothing.
知ってることは何も。失敗すれば殺される。嘘をついても殺される。 どうやって？
言われた通りにしてどうなるか優雅は知らなかった。ただ誰にも感づかれてはいけないとだけ。
自分が殺していたかもしれない人たちと僕は仲間の顔して笑い青山優が根っからのヴィランだったんだよ。
じゃあなんで賢くてかっちゃんとドコヤミ君を助けようとしたんだよ。
辛いことと向き合ってるだけじゃきっときらめけないのさ。
違うだろ。取り繕いもせずに泣いているのはオール・フォー・ワンの言う通りにできなかったからじゃないだろう。この手を握ってくれ青山君。
そうかテク。
君はまだヒーローになれるんだから。手は取れない。事情はどうあれオール・フォー・ワンに加担した罪は消えない。それに状況から安全と推測しているだけでセントラルの検査結果が出るまでこれ以上彼に喋らせるのは良くない。
連絡はできない。向こうが求めた時のみその都度連絡先が伝えられ、終わればすぐに使えなくなる。
オール・フォー・ワンは見つからない。それが今の味方でしょ。
手形を死柄木たちの動きを誘導できるように。
そっか、青山さんだけがオール・フォー・ワンを欺くことができるかもしれない。
青山君、もう一度言うよ。君はまだヒーローになれるんだ。
I was sitting here looking through a few key scenes because I was like sort of like slightly confused. When at the end there, they were like, okay, they don't know where All for One is. And that basically they can use Aoyama to make him move the way they want him to. And I'm like, how are they gonna do that? Because Tsukauchi, I think is his name, was saying something like, well, he asked the parents how they got in contact with All for One, and they were like, they don't actually contact him. If he wants to contact them, like it comes from him, you know. If he wants to talk to them, give them information, then he gives them, you know, basically what to do, tells them what to do in order to get the information from him. So it's not like they can contact him if they want to. So I'm asking myself, so how are they gonna use Aoyama in this particular case, you know? But then as I was rewatching the scene, they were going through the orders that All for One gave Aoyama. The first one, I believe, was they told the parents to put him in UA because he heard that All Might was going to be in UA. The second one was to tell him when the students were like they didn't have any supervision, basically, I guess. So I'm assuming that's what, but then I was gonna say I'm assuming that he was talking about, you know, the first time the villains attack when the kids were off training, not training, yeah, training with during the first season, you know. But then again, there's also the training that they did. Was it the second season? You know, when the League of Villains showed up with Dabi and the others, because the first one, I believe Dabi wasn't in the first one, if I remember correctly. I think it was just Shigaraki and the guy with the smoke and other villains, and then Denomu. So Dabi wasn't in that one. The training camp where Search was stolen, that's where I believe that's the second one. That's the first time we saw, you know, Dabi showed up and whatnot. So it's like, I'm guessing he's referring to those two situations, I guess. even though the kids, oh, whatever. And then the third one is like after Midoriya came back to UA, he's like found a way to lure him out alone. You know, I don't think that has happened yet. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's how they're gonna use Aoyama to do this, you know? If that was the last order that he received from All for One, because the parents, while Invisible Girl was watching them, the parents were like, okay, we received new info, new orders, and all of that. And then that's the last thing that I read on screen, you know, about him luring Midoriya out. So maybe that's the last thing that All for One gave to him as an order, and maybe they're gonna use that to get the villains to move the way they want them to. Now they've been saying, I don't quite remember what season it was. Maybe it was after, maybe the second season after what happened at UA, you know, when the villains attacked. They were like, there's a spy, you know, at UA. And people were speculating that it might be Invisible Girl because, you know, you never see her. I mean, she's there, but like, you never see her, you know. Some people speculated that. My mind never went to Aoyama. Like, it has never. When All for One was telling Dabby, you know, there's a difference between them and that he has many friends, and then he was sort of like zooming in onto UA, and then there was a particular scene. I'm like, okay, who did they focus on? Like, I didn't quite grasp who that was. So I looked through the scene again, and the last thing that showed us through that scene was Invisible Girl, you know, and she was keeping an eye on Aoyama, listening to their conversation. That's when she knew that Aoyama was the spy. You know, when they first showed him and the parents called him Yuga, I'm like, who are you? You know? And then they went back to Invisible Girl, and then she was talking. And in my mind, I'm sort of like trying to figure out who that was. And I'm like, wait, that outfit looks like Can't Stop Twinkling's hero gear, you know? And then when I figured it out, or they said it, that he was the spy, I'm like, what? And the reason why he was a spy is because he was born quirkless. He didn't want to be different from other people. He didn't want to feel different from other people. And so, because their parents wanted to prevent that from happening, they heard about someone that gave quirks, being All for One. They go to him, he gives Aoyama a quirk. And from then on, they've been on his payroll, basically, doing whatever he wants them to do. And they were afraid of not doing it because of the consequences. People that have tried to not do what All for One wants them to do have been killed. And Aoyama loves his parents. He didn't want anything bad to happen to them. So he kept doing what All for One wanted to do, meanwhile feeling like crap because they were his friends. He didn't want to betray them. Like, he didn't want anything bad to happen to them, and that's why in many occasions he helped them out, you know. And I don't know. I feel sad. for him, you know. And I hate that not all for one can just use people like that, you know. You have these parents that were afraid for their child. They go to this person not knowing what going to me was going to entail, what the consequences were going to be. And now they're being forced to do something they don't want to do. And then you have, I don't know. That's why I love that scene when Deku was trying to reach out to him. Like, you're not a villain because you've done bad stuff, you know? And that he was hurting and that he wanted him to reach out to him. And I love that Bakugo was agreeing with him in that particular. I think he said, yeah, that's it, or something or other like that. Basically supporting what Deku was saying, you know. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, the link is gonna be in the pinned comment, and click on it and check it out. And I'll see you next time. Attrapez-les donc tous ces Pokémon. Attrapez donc tous ces Pokémon.